Welcome back to the dark side of my room. It is rarely as simple as pure evil. Behind every act that shocks us, every murderer, manipulator, or master deceiver, lies a web of thoughts, impulses, and patterns that only the human mind could weave. Welcome to the world of forensic psychology, where science and crime intersect, and the answers we uncover are rarely comforting. The criminal mind isn't a mystery novel. It's a meticulously crafted psychological puzzle. Forget what you think you know about crime and punishment, because this is the field that pulls back the curtain. In this episode, we'll reveal how forensic psychologists decode motives, uncover lies, and expose the disturbing truths hidden beneath the surface of some of the most infamous criminal cases. Ever wondered what truly drives someone to commit a heinous act? It's more complex than greed, jealousy, or rage. Forensic psychology sits at the intersection of law and the human mind, a field where psychology meets justice, and understanding behavior can mean the difference between guilt and innocence. These professionals study the mental and emotional forces that shape criminal actions, analyzing not just what people do, but why they do it. Today, we're stepping into their world. Forget the image of a therapist quietly taking notes in a dim office. A forensic psychologist's toolkit is built for the unpredictable and often the dangerous. They use personality assessments like the MMPI or PCLR to measure traits such as narcissism, psychopathy, or impulsivity, each result a clue in an invisible psychological fingerprint. They conduct forensic interviews where every question, every silence, and every flicker of emotion can unravel a truth or expose a lie. These interviews aren't about confession, they're about comprehension. And behind it all lies research, decades of data linking childhood trauma, neurological patterns, and behavioral tendencies to criminal conduct. Every conclusion they draw is rooted in science, but in practice, it's as much art as analysis. Let's open a few case files. In one notorious cold case, forensic profiling didn't just point to a suspect, it helped law enforcement understand him. His pattern of returning to the scene wasn't arrogance, it was anxiety. His need for control masked a fear of exposure. That insight helped predict his next move and ultimately led to his arrest. Then there's eyewitness testimony, once considered unshakable evidence. Psychologists have proven that memory isn't a recording, it's a reconstruction. Stress, lighting, and suggestion can alter what a witness believes they saw. That is why forensic psychologists train officers and lawyers to ask the right questions, ones that protect accuracy rather than distort it. And in courtrooms across the world, they evaluate competency to stand trial, deciding whether a defendant truly grasps the reality of their actions or the consequences that follow. It is one of the heaviest decisions a professional can make, determining the line between illness and intent. But the world of forensic psychology isn't black and white. Every assessment carries weight. A life may hang on a diagnosis. Where does the psychologist's duty lie? With science or with justice? Then comes the question of rehabilitation versus punishment. Can understanding the mind of a criminal reduce recidivism? Or are some individuals simply beyond reform? And on the horizon, the next frontier, AI and predictive policing. Algorithms are beginning to analyze behavior, risk, and even facial cues to forecast potential crime. But what happens when machines start to define morality, or worse, predict guilt before a crime is committed? It's the kind of question that blurs the line between prevention and violation. So what have we uncovered tonight? That criminal behavior isn't born in a vacuum. It's molded by biology, environment, trauma, and choice. That forensic psychology doesn't just solve crimes. It forces us to confront what it means to be human. Every profile, every report, every analysis reminds us, evil isn't always obvious. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, behind ordinary faces and extraordinary motives. So the next time you hear about a crime that makes no sense, remember, there's always a story behind the act and a mind behind the monster. Tell me, what do you think shapes the criminal mind more? Nature or nurture? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to keep exploring the dark corners of the human psyche, one story at a time. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay cautious, and stay tuned for the next episode of The Dark Side of My Room.